Oh, hello, good morning. We'd like to ask you some questions about your culture and perspective of your country, so we can see how different it is from ours. Ellie would like to start by asking you about your personal life.
Sorry.
Your mic.
Yeah. Hi, what's your name?
My name is Sylvia.
Hi, I'm Elizabeth. Nice to meet you, Sylvia.
Nice to meet you too.
All right, let's jump in. Where are you from?
I am from the United States.
I like USA. Where do you live?
I live in the state of Rhode Island. Mhm.
What do you live? What do you like living there?
I do like it. It's slow. It's not too fun, but it's not like I don't live in a city like main city, so it's not too busy, but I like it.
Have you lived in other place?
I have lived well in another city within the state. I used to live in another city. I moved about 2 years ago. No, yeah, 2 years ago in the city that I'm currently living in.
I understand. And do you live alone or with your friends?
I live with my parents.
How is your relationship with your family?
I love my family. But sometimes I want to like, but I love them. I love them very much. It's good.
It's nice to have a good relationship with your parents. Okay, thank you for answering my question.
Yo quiero Taco Bell.
Hi, so I'm Karen, and I want to ask you some things about your life in school there, because honestly, for me, it's like very exciting to know about the school there because I think you have there you have like a lot of opportunities, and that's why I want to ask you to, like, first of all, how would you describe like your full experience in a school in USA?
So I would say that school is very diverse, at least where I live. There are people from multiple countries, from especially Hispanic backgrounds. So it's diverse. The classes are typically we just have like English, math, science, and such. We do have AP classes, which are like special classes, advanced classes. Those you take when you want to have credits for college before you actually graduate. But overall, I would say it's easy. It's not too hard. At least for me, it wasn't. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for me, I think it's kind of like great and exciting for me. Like, no, there are a lot of diversity in the school because, of course, there are a lot of people that want to live there and have the opportunity to study there. So it's one of the things that excite me the most about the school in USA. So thank you for sharing that with me. So it's kind of difficult for me, like, think about the system you have there because, for example, here in Mexico is like primaria, well, kinder, primaria, secundaria, and I don't understand because you have like different grades. Like you have elementary school and then high school or something like that. Can you share that with me or
So
explain that with me,
here,
please?
usually it's pre-K, preschool. Then they have grade school, which is I would say grades first through seventh grade, then to sixth grade, fifth, sixth grade, and then comes middle school. So middle school is like in between um grade school and high school. Then comes junior high, which is like the various stages, first stages of high school, which is would be like what's it called? Sophomore. And no, sophomore is what's it called? Freshman, sophomore, and then the rest is junior and then senior. So that's kind of how it is divided, more or less.
Mm, yeah, it's like as I said, it's difficult to me to understand that because here is like we just have one, two, like 4 grades or something like that. So thanks for sharing that with me and try to explain me a little bit because it's kind of, as I said, difficult and different from here, obviously. And for example, I just speaking of what I see on TV or I watch on TV. So can you explain like the subjects that you have there? It's like you said that you have like math and other that can you like go through to get like credits or something like that? Can you share that with us?
Um, hmm, that one's a little. I have to think about that one. So what do you mean? Like, what do you mean? Like, what do you mean? With how the subjects work? Like, what do you mean? Like, what part of the subjects are you inquiring me about? What are you asking me about?
Yeah, sure. For example, here, well, like the general subjects, here we have Spanish, math, English. Then I
Mm.
know that there you have like English for Hispanic people
Oh,
or
that's
like
ESL.
separate the
So,
Hispanic people from the
yeah. So now that you say that, here we have ESL. So it's English as second language, which is usually used for kids who come from families who originally speak Spanish or kids who immigrated from another countries to the States, and they are taught English um on a more, like, I guess, intense level, like a I don't know how to explain it,
mm,
but yeah, that would be an example of a class that does get stitched here. Yeah.
yeah, sure. Thank you. I mean, like, well, it's like a whole new like thing for me, so I want to ask about everything. So thank you. And for example, here we wear uniforms like from we are kids to maybe in university we also wear uniforms, but not like um I forgot how to say obligatorio. So for example, what kind of rules do you have there, like for uniforms and I don't know. Here we have some teachers that are like, I really don't know how to translate that
You can say I try to translate
word,
it
but
for
it's
you.
prefecto. Yeah, like thank you, like prefecto. I don't know if you
Oh, perfect.
know that one,
That they
but
want
it's
to be
like
like
people
perfect.
that just like yeah, it's like the people that is just watching the class. If you report you, I don't know what is that in
Oh, okay.
your
That would
case,
be like
but yeah, you can
the
explain that for us.
I
Like,
know what you
if
mean. Yeah, I know what you mean. So most high schools don't wear uniforms. Only private, I believe only private high schools wear uniforms. And college students definitely do not wear a uniform at all. I mean, I'm a college student, I don't wear a uniform. I go with whatever. I go with pajamas. If I would like to go with the pajamas, I would go to with pajamas.
of course we want that too. But yeah, we need to wear a uniform. But okay, great. So right now, I wanted to ask that, for example, as I said before, I only watch like TV and I only can speak for that. But can share with us like some experience that you will have, like you had in high school or at school that was like something that you really want to talk with us. For example, I know that there is like a senior like kind of relationship. So can you like something like that? Because in, for example, in Thailand, they have like something similar. So I want to know if that's the same one in USA. Like they have like the seniors and then the Rockies. I don't know how to say that. Like los que entran. So
So,
I don't know if
could
you
you?
can share with us some experience like that.
Oh,
Like
honestly, I'm not sure.
so,
So you want me? So the video was cut in. Do you want me to share with you an experience? I'm trying to read the questions too, so I can follow along with you. Is it? Can I share an experience in school overall?
yeah, it
Okay. Um.
yeah,
So
exactly that. It can be
I would say I don't really. I don't know. I'm thinking. I could share something from college, right? Can I share something from college? All right. So I would share that
yeah,
well we were sorry, what?
no anything you can go.
Okay. So I was actually sure this is kind of funny, but when COVID hit and we were all I started college right in 2020, so I had to transition from online learning from in-person learning to online learning. They already did have online learning classes. There were classes online before, but we all had to switch, obviously, to online learning. And um, I would say that it was interesting for someone who did not have online learning ever whatsoever. And I was actually telling my friends a funny story about how we needed to like learn how to use Zoom because this is something that we didn't know about. So I had to learn how to use it, and I forgot to turn off the mic in one of my classes. So I was singing because I like to sing. Karen knows I like to sing. I like to sing, so I left the mic on and I was singing, and it was a French professor. I was taking French at the time, and he told me, your voice is very beautiful, Sylvia, but I need you to turn your mic off. I don't know. That's a funny experience, I would say. Um, I don't know. That just came to my mind.
Thank you. That's well, that's it. Like one of the difficulties that we all have with the online classes. It was like a new learning for all of us, as you said. So thank you so much for sharing that with me. And as a conclusion for my part, can you tell us like what do you enjoy the most of the school there? Because for me, it's like a dream. And I don't know, maybe you that you already experienced that. Can you say like, never mind, Karen? It's like something so normal you stop dreaming about it or
Uh,
just like a conclusion of everything of your student life there.
I would say that the experience here is definitely, I know, I don't know how to explain it. So let me think. Okay. So I feel like school here is easy overall. Some people do find it hard, but that's because they have their own things going on. I feel like a lot of kids here have like learning disabilities and stuff. So, but one thing that I like is that they are easily accommodated. We do have services for them to help them. So that's good. So it is true that there are opportunities for everyone here. Um, and you have to kind of learn how to get them. You kind of have to play with the system in a sense. Um, but I don't know. In my point of view, school is easy. Classes are not hard at all. Teachers are, I like professors like So in college, we call instead of teachers, we call them professors. So I like professors better than teachers. I like college professors better than teachers. Teachers they think they are college professors, but they are not. They say like, oh, you wouldn't be allowed to do that in college. That's not true. They are more flexible. Yeah, I would say there are opportunities. You just have to kind of be. Sometimes I mean, to each their own. Everyone has their own, I guess, experiences. But I would say, in my experience, it was good. It was positive. I had a good time. Yeah.
Okay, so I really appreciate your answers with me because, as I said, and I will say it, like every time that I speak about your state of the school there, because it was one of my dreams, like studying my college there, but I I didn't be able to do that, and now I'm here with Katie. But I appreciate your answers. Thank you so much for like your time because I know it's difficult to catch one. So thank you so much, and I was
You're welcome.
like a pleasure to meet you.
Yeah.
I win! I win! Baby brother Timmy lost again.
When my brother wins at video games, the whole world knows it. I had to get better, so I went to Blockbuster. I got 5 evenings to practice, and when I won, it was payback time. He had to do what I said. Dan?
Blockbuster's got color, Game Boy Color, and tons of games. It's the only place you can rent Game Boy. Now you can bring color with you wherever you go. Blockbuster, are you game enough?
Okay, so Jenny would like to start by asking about the experience and there.
Yes. Hi.
Hello.
Okay. Do you work, right?
I do. I work.
Okay. How would you describe your work ethic?
I would say, well, that's a very deep question, but I would say that my work ethic is good. I try to get to work as early as possible. Sometimes I do, sometimes I am late. Um, and I try to follow all the rules and regulations that my workplace has. I work at a hospital. I work at a psychiatric hospital, so I work with kids. Um, it's a hold on, pediatric psychiatric hospital. So I do try to have my best behavior. I try to be in my best behavior and wear clothes that are appropriate. So I would say it's good, I guess.
Okay, nice. So, how are the parties there? I mean, in your state or in your
Country. By
yeah,
parties, you
I
mean
think
political parties, right? Right? Is it political parties? Political.
yes, yes, yes. Okay, okay.
Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. I just wanted to make sure that I'm not telling you about parties, like other type of parties. So political parties, this state in a specific it's called what we would call a blue state. So it's like mostly democratic. So um it's ruled, I guess, mainly by Democrats, which means that I don't know, it's liberal. It's not as strict as the Republicans. Republicans are the red party. They are more conservative. I guess that's the word that I was looking for. But yeah, this state is a blue state. So it's more open. Is I guess it's more free. I don't know how to explain it. Usually the East Coast, which is the part of the country that I live in, is mostly blue. So most of the states are Democrat. Yeah, that's
Okay, what do you mean when you say that your country is blue? I didn't understand that.
so so how could I explain this? So the political parties, the main political parties in the country are Democrats and Republicans. Republicans are red. Their color, like their party color is red, and Democrats are blue. So that's the way we kind of represent. Instead of saying Democrats or Republicans, we just say blue or red. So for example, about 2 years ago when the elections for the new president were going on, you could see online there was a map, and the map would have like blue states or red states. So that means that majority of the people that voted within the state voted blue or red. So it's kind of like I don't know, it's like a simplified way to say which party is which.
Okay, okay, okay.
Mhm.
Okay, so how would you describe the security in your state in general?
That's a tricky question because I would say that overall there's no like there are good places and bad places and everywhere. Um, where I live is I don't know. My city is good in some places it's not. Some places it does have certain parts that are I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. It's just it's mixed. It's not like I can say like it's a good type of security because there are things going on that are not necessarily good. But there are parts that are better than others. That makes sense.
Okay, okay, okay. Like everywhere here in Mexico. So um could you tell us about your high school experience?
So here's the thing. I would say that I emigrated from DR when I was in my, I guess, junior year of high school. So I did 2 years of high school here. And it was different because when you come from another country, um they have you take ESL. They have you take English as second language. When you come from another country, they have you sometimes they take a year. So instead of being in I guess fourth grade, I would be in not 12th grade, sorry. I would be in 11th grade instead. So I would say that my experience was good overall. It was hard to adapt at first, but it was good overall all throughout it. Yeah.
Okay, that's nice. Well, and in my case, high school was a very strange experience because I was in 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 a private school like for a year, and then I moved to I would say a normal school, but it was a
Mhm.
very you can feel the difference on everything. I mean the vibes and the people because well since I was in on elementary school I got bullied for many people, not only for my by my classmates, you know, by almost everybody, but in in high school was very different because, well, I think people it's more cruel, or I think, I don't know, the words just hit you in another way. I think, well, in my case was harder, but when I moved, sorry, on to that school, I think the I think I don't know, I I just think that things got quite better, and I made the friends I have actually. So it was a very, very weird experience, but I liked it.
I'm glad to hear that. I'm sorry that you went through bullying. That's something that inevitably, I can talk sometimes, happens. So,
Yeah.
as you said, kids are cruel. I work with kids. I work with teenage kids. I work with kids within ages 13 to 21. And when they get home from school and they tell me about everything that goes on in school, is insane to me, because they tell me that there are kids throwing them in trash cans, throwing them in the toilets. It's insane. Um, I didn't go through that. I was a pretty quiet kid. I didn't, I don't know. And I stood my ground. If someone tried to do anything, I would talk my stuff. So I wouldn't say that I went through anything like that, but I'm glad you have got a very experience at your other school. That's good.
Yeah. Thank you. So next question. Um, how were people with you, and how were they with other people in high school? I don't know if it's a necessary question. So
Well, I did tell you a little bit about it. I was a
yes.
very quiet kid, so I wasn't so here's the thing. I hang out with the popular kids, I would say, a little bit. And then so first I was with the quiet group, and then I moved into the popular group, but I was still quiet. So I would say that I got to experience both, and I could see how they treated people. It was similar in the way that they didn't really sometimes care about other people's feelings, which is, I don't know. It's just when you're a teenager, you only care about yourself, sadly. Um,
Yeah.
so so I would say that they were they were good kids, but they were self-centered kids. I would say that. Even myself, sometimes I would say that.
Okay. So how do you handle the issue of shooter hazards in school in your area?
So, with shooting in high schools,
Yeah,
there
I
is
know
a
it's a
protocol.
very yeah. Sorry, I know it's a very, very serious topic, or very
Mm, yeah.
um very delicate, but I think it is necessary to know in the point of view of I don't know, a real person, a common person, to share us that experience. So
So there are protocols that are followed. There are drills that are performed. So drills are for example, we make believe that there is a shooting happening, sadly, at the school, and we follow all the rules that we have to make sure that we don't answer the door no matter what. So if we are in a classroom and we close the door, we have to make sure that even if that person says that is a teacher, even if that person says that is the um, I don't know, the police officer, the janitor, whatever, we don't open that door unless it's clear. Um, and that's a very scary experience. There's actually a show in HBO Max. I don't know if you guys, I don't remember the name of it, but it shows a little bit about what happens when school does go under the I don't know, the fear and the it's I don't know, it tells you a little bit more about the actual experience. I never really got it to experience it, thankfully. Um, but there were shooter. Um, so sometimes a kid would say, "Oh, I'm gonna kill everyone," even though they wouldn't. So what they would do is like just don't have class that day to avoid. That's another protocol. So it's messed up. Even in college, it happens. Even in college, it's just not in high. It's not even just in high schools or elementary schools or whatever. It happens in college. It happened recently in Georgia, in the University of Georgia, which is sad because these kids thought that they would get over it after high school, and they had an episode of this, and it's really sad. So,
Yeah, it's really sad.
yeah.
So what do you think? What do you think about about these schools who were stimulates that shooting? I think, in my opinion, I think that it's not right because they just play with the students' feelings. But I don't know. It's a very hard position to the students and the school. I don't know. But what do you
So
think?
you're saying, what do I think about the drills? Like, you know, the practices of what would happen if this
Yeah.
happened. So what you say. So think about it. Think about earthquakes. When earthquake when earthquakes
Well,
happen, you have to follow protocol to make sure that no one gets trapped in the building. So that would be the same thing. Even though I don't think sometimes I don't like the fact that we are giving the kids that are going to shoot like begin the shooting information about where we are hiding, you know, because basically if you have the kid that's shooting in the same room that you're teaching the other kids what to do, it's kind of like counterproductive. You're like telling them what we are doing, and so yeah.
okay. Um. Okay. Okay. So, from your experience, could you describe your state and country in one word?
I would say my state is boring. My state is the smallest state in the US. So it's no, there's nothing much to do, but I like it. I guess it's boring. I would say two words, not just one. It's boring, but it's peaceful. And my country is, I don't know, my country is it's a lot of things, but I would say diverse. There's a little bit of everything.
Okay. Thank you very much.
All right.
Mm.
Okay. So
They thought I was running away, but I was just running through the night into the light. All I could see was you. No beginning, no end. Holiday Edition, a $92 value. Now yours for $55 suggested price.
Moving on from the heavy topics, Karen will ask you about hobbies, activities you are interested in.
Okay. Hi, Sylvia.
Hi,
Hi, my name is Karen. Nice to meet you.
nice to meet you too.
Okay, as said, Jackie, I want to know about your activities, hobby, or interests. Okay, so the first question is, what activities do you do in your free time?
I like to read. I like to watch anime. I like to listen to K-pop. I like to learn about things. Um, I don't know. I like to read
Uh,
about different stuff. Yeah.
Okay, so do I. Honestly, I don't like to read, but if you recommend something, of course I read it. Okay, and me too. I so. Okay, next question. What anime do you think the best?
Um, so Fruits Basket is the best anime ever. I love it. The 2019 version of the 2001 version. I like the later version because it's more angsty and it's, I don't know, has more drama to it. Yeah, I like that one a lot.
Okay. I now I wanna know why. Why what is the that you like the most about anime that dramas?
I like, I don't know. I just like that it's a different culture. I like to learn about the different cultures. I like to learn. I watch them in the original language with English subtitles. So I don't listen to dubs. I listen to I do subs. So it's nice to listen to a new language that's not English. Um, and
Okay.
yeah, it's interesting.
Okay. Tell me, what anime are you currently watching?
I am currently watching My Love Life with Yamada-kun at level 991. Not 99. It's a really long title, but it's really good. It's like romance. It's like really, I don't know. It's lovey-dovey. It's kind of cute. So
It's so cute. Okay. Okay. Now I wanna know, do you share this hobby with someone?
yeah, I have friends who like to watch anime. One of my best friends likes to watch anime. I talk to him about it a lot. I have friends who like K-pop. I made friends online through liking K-pop and liking Korean culture overall. And and I have
Yeah.
friends who like to read too. So yeah, I have my community for each individual hobby that I like.
Okay. Maybe you could tell me someday the books you like to read. So, well, I say someday, not today. Maybe tomorrow. I don't know. So, okay. What is your favorite fantasy book and
My
why?
my favorite fantasy book right now is anything by Sarah J. Maas. Some people say it's trashy, some people say it's not good. I like it because it's trashy. I don't know, it's interesting. I like fantasy because of the world building. Um, and it's nice to learn of a world that doesn't exist. It's nice. I don't know, I like it. So I would say currently I'm reading Throne of
Okay.
Glass. I'm Throne of Glass, so I guess Throne of Glass is my favorite series or book or well.
Okay. Thank you, Sylvie. And that's all from me. Thank
Alright.
you.